Hey everybody, so I feel like this is kind of a weird video to make, but for some reason I've been getting a lot of questions about this. So obviously it is something that people want me to address. So I'm going to try to just talk about it really quick. It's kind of late and I just want to get to bed, but since I have my hair and makeup all done and everything, I thought I'd make a video. I know it sounds kind of vain, but whatever. Anyway, so first of all, I just really appreciate you guys, your commenting and your questions and requests and all that stuff. I read everything and I really appreciate it. It's just so nice to know that people are still watching my videos and they are helpful and stuff. I do want to just say that I'm kind of like, I don't know, for some reason I'm kind of at this point where I'm like, I don't know that makeup tutorials are so helpful for people anymore. I mean, maybe they are, like, especially for specific looks, but I almost feel like maybe just techniques would be more just more useful, or even just like product reviews, like suggestions of different products to use, or ways to apply things, like I already said, application techniques might be even more helpful. So I don't know, just like let me know what you guys think about that. Now that that's out of the way, I'm going to talk about what I made this video to talk about. So where do you buy makeup? That is a question that I get very, very frequently, which kind of, I don't really know why, but anyway, I'm just going to answer it. So I've answered it many times, and I guess I don't know, like I guess I'll just kind of go a little bit more in depth, and I don't know if people are trying to ask like if like where, like what kind of makeup should I buy, or like something like that. I'm not really sure, so I'm going to try to cover all the bases that I can. Yeah, so here we go. Okay, so first of all, I have a lot of makeup. As you've probably seen, I do have a collection video. It is older, so I've kind of gone through, and I've also gotten more. I've also gotten rid of a lot of stuff, but it's pretty much what I have. And so as you can see, I kind of have a lot of makeup. There are definitely people with more makeup than me, believe it or not. But I do, like, it was kind of my idea to be a makeup artist for a while, and so I was just like collecting makeup and trying out different things, practicing on myself, practicing on my sister, things like that. So anyway, I do have quite a bit of makeup. I do know quite a bit about makeup, and obviously like different brands and different products and things like that, just from, basically the way that I learned is like reading books about makeup. There are tons of awesome books about makeup. Reading like magazine articles, reading things online, whether it be like reviews. I mainly did reading. I didn't even watch that many tutorials when I learned like how to do makeup. Just a little bit more than like average, I guess. I don't even know. But I mean, the only videos I ever watched on makeup was like Panacea, Laura and Luke, who pretty much inspired me to make tutorials. I know I'm kind of getting off subject here, sorry, but this is kind of in the same area. So she's pretty much the only one that I would ever watch, and I mean, I guess I learned some things from her. Well, obviously I did, but most of it I just learned from like reading and practicing on myself and on my sister and stuff like that. I don't really practice so much anymore. I do kind of, but I'm just doing so many other things. But anyway, so where do I buy my makeup? Well, I buy my makeup at the drugstore, which for me would be like Fred Meyer, or I buy it at Walgreens or Rite Aid. I buy things at Ulta. I work at Ulta, so I work at Ulta. They sell like Prestige, which is like the higher end makeup that Sephora has. They don't have all the brands that Sephora has at all. But they also have like the drugstore makeup brands, which is really cool. So I get my stuff at Ulta. That's why I tell you guys to shop there a lot, because they really do have a lot of stuff that I use, obviously. And then I have, I've shopped at Sephora, makeup counters in the mall, things like that. I don't do that too much just because it's so expensive, and I like to wait for like some kind of sale before I actually buy something like really high end, because honestly, like, unless the product is like absolutely amazing, I really don't think it's worth my money. But anyway, because I'm not like, I don't make like tons of money, and I'm not going to go out and buy like a $50 foundation. That's just not me. So I know, like, I have a feeling a lot of you guys are the same way. Sorry, I'm kind of rambling here. So let me get back on track. So that's where I buy makeup. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's not that hard. I mean, you do, like, there is a lot of trial and error when it comes to makeup, because not all products are going to work for you, especially when it comes to foundation, concealer, powder, things like that. Especially, well, if you don't have to wear that, that's awesome, but if you do, like, it's pretty much a basic thing that you would need if you're going to wear makeup is foundation or tinted moisturizer, which I would recommend if you don't, like, have that much flaws on your skin or whatever. And then concealer is always something good, especially for under eye circles or for blemishes if you're, you know, a teenager or whatever. So those are like necessities, and those are things that you really need to pick out for your skin. So it might take like trying out a few products before you find something you really like. For me, I've tried out like not countless, but a lot of different foundations before I found like Revlon Color Stay and some different other foundations and tinted moisturizers that I like, which I don't use. I mean, I do use sometimes, but usually I'll just wear like a full coverage foundation, or I won't wear foundation, which I've been doing more often, and it's actually really nice, honestly. But for work and stuff, of course, I wear makeup. But so concealer, like, as you know from my concealer videos, I've tried like bajillion kinds of concealers, and really this one in my video is still pretty much my favorite way to apply concealer, the one for intense dark circles. That's what I'm wearing right now. Probably a little worn off, but yeah, so it's just basically like you need to try stuff out to know like if it's gonna work for your skin. And the great thing about drugstores is that you can usually return stuff if you've tried it. So like you try something out, if it honestly does not work for you, you just return it, because you don't have to worry about like wasting money on stuff. So yeah, that's something that's really important. As for like makeup, eyeshadow, mascara, liner, all that stuff, like, I mean, you can just kind of tell from my videos, other people's videos, like what are good products, because we're going to be using them. I don't use like products that I don't like, which obviously that wouldn't really make sense. But I mean, you know, like, it's really easy to find stuff, gosh. And then my recent video about drugstore makeup, you know, as there's all this whole controversy about things that were tested on animals and what or wasn't, whatever. And so it's like, I mean, seriously, you can buy stuff that's tested on animals. I'm not going to be offended, but I just think, I mean, I would rather not personally, but it's totally up to you, and I'm not going to like judge you or whatever. So anyway, yeah. Blushes, lipsticks, pretty much the same deal, like whatever we're using, or what you know see recommended by people. I not like ads or magazines, because obviously those are like advertisements because they want you to buy their products. But if you actually like hear from somebody's mouth that this is a good product and I would recommend it, like, give it a try, because it's probably pretty good. That's pretty much self-explanatory, I would think. But oh, one thing I really want to talk about, another place to get makeup, which is not at the drugstore, not at Ulta, not at Sephora, not the makeup counter, whatever, is a website. Now, I'm not really sure if I'm allowed to. I'm sure it's fine if I talk about it. But it's called Makeupalley.com, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of it. Some of you may not have. Makeupalley.com. And I've been on that website for like pretty much the whole time that I've been into makeup. So it's been like at least 5 years. I think like 2005 is about when I started really getting into it, when I was like 16, 15, 16. And so yeah, so Makeupalley.com is amazing if you really want to like start learning about makeup, how to apply it correctly, what are good products, da 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 da. Like, they have tons of makeup reviews for almost every product that you could find, that you could ever want. I mean, some of the reviews are like people that don't really use correct grammar and that are like give everything 1 star, and then some people actually take the time to like tell you what kind of skin they have and why the product worked or why the product didn't work for them. And so it's just kind of a mixture, but for the most part the reviews are like pretty accurate, and I've like gotten a lot of good information from those reviews, like a lot of good information. And they also have message boards where you can ask questions about makeup, hair care, nail care, exercising, like all sorts of different categories, and the people are really helpful. For the most part, they're pretty nice. And yeah, so I've been on there, like I used to go on there all the time, but now I'm not so much. But where I actually get the makeup is the swap side of it. You can actually post a list of makeup products or brushes or hair products, anything kind of like that, even things that you've used, especially, of course, if they're not like horribly dirty or something, and you just post them, and then you can request things from other people's lists, And like if they want to work out a swap, because if they find something on your list that you know that they like, you can actually just swap the products, and it's so amazing. I've done like 400 swaps, I think, which is really like, but that is where I've gotten most of my makeup. Okay, I mean, I get the brands that are from the drugstore and all these places, but I swap for the makeup so I don't have to pay for it, and then I get rid of makeup that I've had that I don't want. So it's just a really, really cool way to try products without paying like so much money. You have to pay for postage, but usually it's not that much, especially if it's a little product. But that is an amazing way to get new products, try things out. Be aware that a lot of people are just stick to their wish lists, which is something else you can make, just a wish list of things that you want, because a lot of people have been on there for a long time and they have a ton of makeup already and they don't just want to try random drugstore products that you might have. So just make sure that you're courteous to people like that, because I mean, they've been on there a long time and they don't want to get like a ton of requests for like a really high-end product and all you have is like cheap stuff on your list. So I mean, you kind of have to balance that out, but usually, I mean, once you get swapping for a while, you start getting higher end products that you've tried you don't like, then you can swap for other products. So Makeupalley.com is an amazing website if you want to get started on learning how to do makeup better. And yeah, so that's pretty much all I have. Hopefully this helped you out, and let me know if you have questions or comments. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.